Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling all across the Lone Star State, going to great restaurants you won't want to miss.
Get ready for truffle-loaded steak and eggs and caviar from one of San Antonio's premier brunch spots.
Thank goodness, this is how you
Here's
brunch
to
in
San Antonio.
Here's to San Antonio.
And we're heating things up in the outdoor kitchen with Shiner steamed mussels.
Orale, it is a Mexican lager made by Shiner, and it's going to pair so well with these mussels we're making today.
Plus, we head to Dallas for some Southern cuisine curated by celebrity chef Tiffany Derry.
The duck fat fried chicken, and this is the bite. Oh, come on.
All that and more right now on Texas Eats. Our first stop on today's foodie adventures at an authentic Mexican restaurant on the far north side of San Antonio.
Let's go inside Panfila Cantina. Joining us now is Gabby Hinojosa. She is the executive chef and co-owner out here at the restaurant. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
And right in front of us, I mean, we got a big drink. You have delicious food. I mean, a massive spread. How did all of this get started?
Since I remember, I love to cook, and I grew up with my grandma. She owns a farm in Mexico, and I used to love to cook with her.
And you actually went to culinary school in New York, right?
Yes, CIA.
And now you have this spot over here where you get to serve up all these wonderful items that you've learned from culinary school, your background growing up with your grandmother at her farm. And that's what I want to talk about right here, because you got delicious food. Talk to me about the name of this dish and what's in each bowl.
So in every corner of Aguascalientes, there's gonna be a cart with cazuelas called tacos de colores, colorful tacos. We have barbacoa, picadillo, pollo con mole, rajas con elote, chilaquiles verdes, chilaquiles rojos, and chicharrón verde.
And y'all, smell-o-vision. Scratch your screens right now. You can smell this. It is incredible. But I want to try some of this right here. You get your fork with me. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. That's the bite. There's nice flavor on there.
Thank
It's
you.
super tender.
Thank you so much.
Now, I want to try this one here, the chicharrón de verde right here, because that's one of my favorites. I mean, you get that nice little crunchy pop, but you also get that little like tangy bite at the end. Here you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, that one. The barbacoa, the picadillo, and all the different side items that you can get are so good. There's so much flavor and they smell incredible. You get some tortillas, you load them up, take the bite, kind of mix them all together and have some fun. A big part of enjoying yourself while you're out here is that they have a full bar and you guys are making different kinds of drinks. But look at the size of this one. What's the name of this drink?
Jarro.
And what goes inside of this one?
Jarro de tequila. It's gonna be one full bottle, so it's half tamarind vodka, half tequila, and then we put tamarind jarrito, lime, orange, and grapefruit, so it's gonna be very citrusy.
Oh, nice. So you're actually supposed to scoop it out of this
Yes.
and serve it into a cup. So I'm gonna hand you a cup.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink it out of this.
Oh my God.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
This looks amazing. That is so good. It is so
Thank you so
refreshing.
much.
Oh my gosh. This is a David-sized cocktail. This thing is huge. I mean, I'm over here drinking like this, but you're supposed to scoop it out. You put it into individual cups. You can share it between friends, and it is really refreshing. It's bright, has that little bit of citrus and sour note to it, and it is really good and complements the food very well. Talk to me about these tacos, because they actually come in a little bicycle.
So in Mexico, there's gonna be a guy in the morning selling tacos in the little bicycle. So they're gonna be very steamy and soft, amazing, super delicious.
Oh my gosh, and look, there's a nice little lime in here as well. So I'm just gonna go like this and just squeeze a little. If you got a lime, you gotta use it. Cover it, these guys. Here, you grab one, I grab one. I'm gonna go for this one. All right, cheers. Oh my gosh, here you go. Oh, give me some elbow. Boom. These tacos taste like more. You have one, you want to have like 8, 9, 10, and they're so delicious. It's like tiny little tacos, but they're packed full of flavor. I love all the different variations that you can get on the inside as well. The presentation on the bicycle, which is an homage to the way that they are sold there in Mexico. You add a little bit of salsa on there, put a little bit of lime juice on there as well. It is so good. And this one right here, the pollo con mole. Talk to me about that, how it's prepared.
Half of the recipe is from my grandmother's, and half of it is from a really good recipe that I found also in the streets of Mexico. And I put it together and it became amazing. So it's mole poblano. It's a traditional mole poblano.
There we go. The pollo con mole. Cheers. That's the bite. Oh, wow. Give me some more love on that one. The pollo con mole has a nice sweetness to it, but it's rounded out with a little bit of smokiness and bold notes from the seasoning as well. The meat just falls apart, super tender, flavored down to the bone on there. And when you take a bite, you also get a little bit of the seeds on there, so it's a little bit more of that texture, and it is really good. Again, grab a tortilla, load that thing up, and have yourself a great time. So many different options out here on the menu. You have the cocktails, you have all the different varieties of proteins, the side items, and you have to save room for desserts. This is it right here. Gabby, thank you so much for having us out here.
Of course.
Panfila Cantina, you have to come up here. I'm gonna grab some of this. And this is actually using a Mexican hot chocolate.
Yes.
Cheers. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. We did it. This is it. Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna take credit for that. That is Charlie's mom. She makes all the desserts for us.
Thank you,
They're
Charlie's
amazing.
mom. That is incredible.
Thank you.
Now, we're headed to New Braunfels to check out the 10-day salute to sausage. Prost!
Gross.
Let's go learn more about Wurstfest. Joining us now, two Opas out here, Jeff Gable and Mel Kaler. Thank you so much for being out here, gentlemen. Right now, you're going to be doing a demo for us showing how to make sausage from scratch using an old world tradition. And you actually learned how to make this from your father, is that correct?
In fact, I did. Yes, sir, I did. And we grew up doing this. Been doing it our whole lives.
Right in front of us here, you have the process set up. You have the casing here.
This is actually going to be small intestine off of, say, a 200-pound or so market hog. We're going to cut it off about where we need it. You know, we want to do about a foot or so. Good stout knot on it. And it's going to go onto this machine right here. We've already got it loaded with meat. The meat that's in there is going to be a mixture of pork and beef at this time. And I think Mel's going to run us off one. Mel, you ready to run one off?
So you get your casing on here, you've got your knot, and you're just gonna basically, it's a lot of eye-hand coordination. I don't have to look, I've been doing this long enough. You wanna get it good and firm, you do not want any air in there. Air is our enemy.
Check this out. I want to hold this one up. So this is one that was already made, and that's one that you just did right there. And look how perfect that is. You cut the string the right amount, the casing to the right amount. You've obviously done this a lot. Looks like some people already got to this one, but this is kind of what the product could look like at the end. This is a fraction of the product at the end right here.
All right, Prost.
Prost. That's how you make sausage out here. This is incredible. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Good stuff.
I'll take the whole thing.
Thank you.
Joining us now is Tiffany Main. You're a volunteer out here at Wurstfest, and who are you volunteering with?
With the Comal County Senior Citizens Foundation, we facilitate all the Meals on Wheels here.
Fantastic. And right in front of us, this is some of the meals that they're actually serving out at the booth. And this is the good stuff, y'all. We're talking like fried chicken wings. You also have a famous potato salad. Talk to me about this one.
Okay, it's top secret recipe. We're famous for it. When folks get to Wurstfest, they make a beeline for our booth because they want that famous hot German potato salad.
We just heard back from the gentleman that's preparing it that it's like his great-great-great-great-grandmother's recipe, right?
I think that goes for all the famous food here, right? Right, but it's served warm, and so it warms you from the inside out. It pairs very well with polka music and beer.
And you know what? That's all we ask for when you're out here at Wurstfest. Cheers. That's the bite. Y'all, that is insane. Give me some love. Boom. I'm so jealous. You get to have this every year around this time. You get to come out here and enjoy it, right?
For 10 whole days. That's right.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate your time. Joining us now out here at Wurstfest is the Gross Opa and the president out here, Bob DeFonso and Miles Granzine. Thank you so much for having me out here today.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
I want to learn more about Wurstfest, so I'm going to ask you guys some questions here. Now, Bob, talk to me about the history of Wurstfest. How did all of this get started?
Well, in 1961, there was a gentleman named Ed Grist. He was the city meat inspector, but he was also a veterinarian here in New Braunfels. He thought it would be a great idea to bring together all the sausage makers that lived in New Braunfels and put on a festival. So he went to the city commission. They blessed the idea of having this. And so he brought those folks together and they made sausage, and it lasted for 6 days. 5 of them were like leading up to the festival, and they had one-day event and where all the sausage makers produced their sausage, and they had over 2,000 people come out for the original Wurstfest celebration. It was called Sausage Week at that time.
Which, you know what, if it's still called that now, I wouldn't be mad at it, right? That's still a fun name. Now, what about the Opas, real quick? Explain to me their purpose. Like, what do they do?
Well, the Opas, we start off right after this Wurstfest here. We'll start off again, already planning for next year. We do that throughout the year. Then we come in here, all these guys donate thousands of hours to get this festival off the grounds. Not only do they do our festival, they're also out here helping the other nonprofit organizations succeed.
That's a big part of Wurstfest. I mean, the nonprofit organizations are huge. You have Little League teams, you have band booster clubs out here raising money, and live music as well. So you're supporting a lot of different facets of the community with this event. Now, what can people expect this year when they're coming out?
Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk into our grounds, and we're right here on the Comal River, and we got Landa Park on some of the most beautiful grounds around the state of Texas. Once you get through that part, you're going to go through the waterfall, and then you're going to hear the music. The music is playing. We've got Alex Meister, the Lady German band here, and then when you get past that, the smell is just going to knock you down with all the pedhetic pancakes, the sausage, the pork chops, and Wurstentations. And so if you get past all that, we got some more music in the hall too.
So you guys come on out here, bring the family. If you've never been to Wurstfest, this is the best year to come out because it's just beautiful out here in New Braunfels. And of course, you have all brand new stuff out here as well. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, of course. And if we had some beer, Prost, right? Prost. Coming up later on Texas Eats, we head to the Hill Country for some ceviche, shrimp tacos, and fish and chips on Main Street, Fredericksburg.
Give me some foot, bro. Woo! That is delicious.
And next on the show, we check out some traditional Mexican street food being prepared with a modern twist in the Alamo City.
And look at this, y'all.
That's the reason for the Oaxaca cheese right there.
That's that cheese pull, baby.
So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here at the Yard in Almost Park in San Antonio to go inside of a restaurant that's serving up traditional Mexican cuisine with modern twists. Let's go inside Milpa at the Yard. Joining me now is Miguel Rodriguez. He is the executive chef and partner out here at the restaurant. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming by.
And these are some of the delicious items that you can get right off the menu. How did all of this get started?
Well, our main partner and my then executive chef, we started brainstorming on ideas for businesses to start. We ended up landing on Milpa, and we've been doing it for like a year now since.
Nice. Well,
Right.
The first one I want to start with right here is a protein that people typically don't try.
Well, this is the quesadilla frita, veal sweetbreads. It's not very common, at least on this side of the border. In Mexico, it is very common.
And look at this, y'all.
That's the reason for the Oaxaca cheese right there.
That's that cheese pull, baby. You grab this half.
Excellent.
All right, you got a line, you got to use it. Cheers to you.
Cheers, man.
Quesadilla frita with a little bit of sweetbreads on there, and that cheese is dangling off there. Here we go. Oh. Ooh. The quesadilla is so crispy on the outside. That nixtamal is really thick on the inside. That Oaxaca cheese is super melty. You just pull it apart. Most importantly, you can add your protein to there, which the sweetbreads added on to this quesadilla. It looks great, it tastes great, and you want to add some more salsa on there to kick it up to that next level. All right, right next to you, right in front of you, what's going on with this dish?
All right, so these are the taquitos de papa. It's a potato filling with a tortilla, and then it's dressed with our house salsa verde, a little bit of our house-made crema, queso fresco, very thinly sliced cabbage, some radish right on top, and then some nice micro cilantro.
Here, I'm gonna hold this up for us. You grab one, I'm gonna grab
Right,
one.
here we go.
Taquitos de papa, that's the bite.
Here we go.
Give us an elbow. Bam!
Delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Very good.
The taquitos de papa are so tasty. I mean, these things are dense, loaded up with lots of potatoes on the inside. On the outside, you see all of that fresh cabbage sliced very thinly. You have all that radish on there as well. The crema on there. That comes with a little bit of avocado, a little bit of guacamole on the bottom. These things are gonna fill you up. You just order one of these, you can even take some home. We're moving forward here to your tacos. What's going on with this one?
Right, so these are the tacos árabes, right? This is one of our specialty tacos. Very similar to like a shawarma. It's brought over, to like interior Mexico around the state of Puebla. So they loved it. They loved the flavors and everything. It was replaced by the local favorite of pork, and you get tacos árabes.
That's the bite. Going in for it. Bam. Oh, wow. That is delicious.
Exactly.
Right here, hibiscus.
Now this is our vegetarian taco, the hibiscus taco. It has some caramelized onions in there, queso fresco. You have some of the avocado, some radish, and then some micro cilantro over the top. Comes with a jalapeno. I'm gonna put a little salsa on this one, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the green.
I'm gonna put some red.
All right.
You go green. This is the hibiscus taco. That's the bite. There's some more elbow on that.
Absolutely.
That's so good. There's so many different tacos on the menu out here. The árabes are so delicious. So much cultural history that comes with them as well. Some of that Lebanese influence on there. You can also get the hibiscus tacos. These things are strange and fun and delicious. The texture on the inside is nothing like I've ever had. You can add some salsa to that one. I added the red salsa, which they're making in-house. It is super spicy and really good. This one right here,
All right.
is loaded. Looks like a tamal, right?
Right, this is mixed tamal masa, made in a tamal style. You have some carnitas inside the masa, and then you have carnitas on top, nice and crispy, with some guajillo salsa, some roasted corn, mixed in with a little bit of queso fresco and cilantro.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers, here we go.
There's the bite. Oh. This tamal is unlike any other tamal I've ever had. First off, it's huge. Second, it's fluffy. I've never had like a fluffy tamal on the outside like that. Inside, the carnitas are delicious. On the outside, some more of that salsa as well, and the crema. I tell you what, if they're gonna be making tamales during the holidays out here, this is where I'm coming. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I
Y'all gotta
appreciate
come
you
check
coming
it out.
by, absolutely.
Everything is delicious, and you can't go wrong with any of these dishes. I'm going back in for some sweetbreads, though.
Yeah, those sweetbreads are good. They're good. They definitely do their thing.
Texas Eats, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here in Fredericksburg on Main Street to check out a restaurant that's family owned and operated, serving up Mexican seafood. Let's see what's on the menu at Nuri's on Main. Joining me now is the owner out here at the restaurant, Lewis Labs. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, David.
Right in front of us, we have hits off the menu. I mean, the stuff you start with, the stuff you want to come out here and have as an entree, the drinks. But how did all of this get started?
So this is some of our favorite dishes that we have. My mom, Nuri, she's one of the owners, and she makes everything from scratch, all her recipes that she's had for many years. So some of the stuff, we grew up on the coast, we're from the coast of Mexico, so a lot of these dishes come from that area that we're from.
You have so many hits right here, like I
Yeah.
said. What's going on with this stack right here? There's a little bit of everything, right?
So this is my favorite dish completely. It's called our seafood stack. It's got layers of avocado, cucumber, homemade ceviche, fresh crab, shrimp, and a favorite ponzu sauce with some citrus soy sauce that we make. So the best way to do this is just to take your fork and just come down just like that.
That is so cool.
And then just grab a little bit,
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything. Oh my gosh, look how big those chunks of avocado are. All right, I got my chip, you got your chip. There we go. This is the seafood stack. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
That's the bite. Give me some love. Woo! The seafood stack is a great way to start your meal out here on Nuri's on Main. It has all the elements that you want: shrimp, crab, avocado, cucumber. It has a ponzu sauce on the bottom. It's that little bit of sweet, little bit of salty that you want to balance out all that flavor. Plus you got some pico de gallo in there. So you mix that all together, you just stick a fork, you cut down through it. It's a lot of food. You can have this for lunch, or you could split this between a lot of people. It looks great, it tastes great, and so does this one right here. You got like the shrimp crawling out of the glass. What's this one right here?
This is our shrimp dynamite. It's fresh shrimp, our homemade batter, and it's got a couple of sauces, spicy aioli, a sweet soy, and it makes the best shrimp dynamite that we make here.
And you got those toasted sesame seeds on the top as well, those black sesame seeds. I'm gonna grab one, you grab one with me. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
On the inside, you got like a little salad.
A little salad, yeah.
Shrimp dynamite. Oh my gosh. Give me some foot, bro. Woo! That is delicious. The shrimp dynamite is so good. It has an addicting flavor. You're gonna wanna order it multiple times. It has that sweet soy sauce on the outside, that spicy aioli on there as well. You have the sesame seeds, and you have that crunchy tempura batter on the outside. I mean, you pop one, you're gonna wanna eat them all. So definitely order one for everybody at the table. The nachos in the front are super colorful. You're making these chips in-house, right?
Right, we make our own chips. It's got fresh crab. It's got some pico de gallo, chipotle aioli, some avocado aioli.
Grab some with me here.
Yeah.
There we go. The seafood nachos, a little bit of crab on there, some seafood goodness. That's the bite. The crab nachos are good because of the house-made chips. Is that base. They're super crunchy, nice and fresh. You have all that cheese on there as well. All the crab, the pico de gallo, the sauce. It's spicy, and it has that really good overall flavor to them. You're gonna love it. If you're feeling extra hungry and you're coming out here and you want to get a big entree, the fish and chips.
I mean, everybody knows fish and chips, but we hand batter with our own batter, secret recipe. So people love it.
Tell me
we
your
make our own.
All right, I'm gonna go hands on it. Don't mind me. I don't want to seem like I'm being rude, but it just looks so good. And look at this. You can hear the crunch when you just snap it in half. All right, flaky white fish into the tartar sauce. That's the bite. Cheers.
Cheers.
My gosh.
Yum.
The fish and chips has that nice crispy batter on the outside. On the inside, nice juicy flaky white fish. The tartar sauce they're making right here in-house. You put a little bit of lemon on there. It is a great bite, and it is a lot of food. You guys, Neri's on Main. Absolutely delicious. They got the seafood you want. They also have some really good, delicious Mexican food as well. And you got to get the corn on the cob, the elote that's all seasoned up and ready to rock and roll.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having us out here.
Thank you for coming, Deb.
Grab the cocktails, the micheladas, everything's
we need
rocking.
something. Look at
Here
this.
you go. Cheers. We're colorful. Cheers. This place is awesome. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back after the break. When you're driving around Texas and you want to get a quick snack, stop into Circle K to grab a freshly baked cookie that they have all throughout the day. And they have 4 different varieties to choose from, including chocolate chip, white chocolate macadamia nut, oatmeal raisin, and M&M cookies. M&M cookies are my favorite. Plus, when you're at Circle K, you can grab a Polar Pop, a Froster, or an iced coffee, one a day for only $8.99 a month. It is a fantastic deal. Grab 3 cookies for only $2.69. That's less than $1 a cookie when you come into the store. They are baked throughout the day, nice and fresh. Stop into Circle K, grab a cookie, and you gotta try the M&M ones. Come on. Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here at the outdoor kitchen to make a super easy recipe that you're gonna wanna make at home this holiday season using Shiner beer. And check it out, right here, Orale. It is a Mexican lager made by Shiner, and it is really crisp, it's light, it's refreshing, and it's gonna pair so well with these mussels we're making today. So we're gonna make Shiner steamed mussels. First thing you want to do is you want to get a fennel bulb. So you want to cut off the fronds, right? You want to cut off the stalk, go into the bulb, and you want to cut off the root at the end. And when you cut it open, you're going to want to make a little V shape and then cut out the center of that as well. It's like the root right there. So cut the root out and then just chop them up. You're going to want to do onions, shallots, and garlic. We're using elephant garlic here, but you could use whatever garlic you want. I like the elephant garlic. It's a little bit bigger, plus it doesn't have as much of a pungent garlic flavor to it. It has more of a sweetness to it, so I like that a lot. Once you have everything chopped up, you're gonna want to put some oil on the bottom of a pot. Stock pots are nice, a little bit taller. Dump all of your chopped vegetables onto the bottom. You're gonna wait for them to get nice and soft, about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, this is a really interesting part of this recipe. You can use chorizo. I'm using a hot Italian sausage. You can get them at H-E-B, but you cut the casing off of the outside, and then you just get the inside, all that flavor, and you just dump it right into there as well. So you're gonna cook the sausage in the pan, and you're gonna let all those flavors just kind of marry together. And then once that goes for about 2 to 3 minutes, it's gonna cook really fast. You wanna get some San Marzano tomatoes. Now, these guys are super special, right? They're canned in Italy, and these ones right here, these are the whole tomatoes. I like these a lot because what you can do is you can actually hand crush them, which is really special because it's gonna get that fresh crushed texture that you want on those tomatoes. Mix that all together. Now that's gonna cook for about another 3 to 4 minutes. Let it kind of reduce a little bit, let everything get to know each other. And then you wanna make sure that your mussels are nice and clean. So you wanna go over, rinse them off. You wanna go to your pot once everything's kind of reduced now, and you're gonna pour in 4 bottles of Orale. This is that Mexican style cerveza, this is that Mexican lager. Pour 4 of these guys in there. And it's gonna give you about like this much on the bottom of the pot, depending on the size of the pot. You're gonna want that to come to a roaring boil because there is alcohol in there that you wanna cook off. Then once all that is mixed together, you wanna get your mussels that you just rinsed off and you're gonna dump them into the pot. Now you wanna mix it all together so they're getting all around the mussel, and then you wanna put a lid on it and let that come to another boil, okay? Now, once that has come to a boil, you wanna lower the heat that's on your fire. Now we have a grill out here, so what we're gonna do is grill up some of this beautiful French baguette that we got at H-E-B. Just cut it into small pieces, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and we're just gonna get some nice colors on there on the grill. It's gonna give you a little bit of good texture on there as well. About 4 minutes after the boil has happened with the mussels, you're gonna wanna dump in some butter. Now you can use unsalted regular butter, but what we're using is these little dollops of butter that you can get at H-E-B. It is like the biggest life hack in the world. It comes with Parmesan, garlic, herbs and seasoning, no salt, and butter. Just dump them all in. Now we're using 4 packages of them to mix into all of this because you want a lot of flavor in there, that butteriness, that fat that comes off that as well. And then just mix that up one last time, bring it over, and then plate it up. Now we're using bowls so we can have some sauce on the bottom, and then we're putting our little bit of toasted baguettes on the side. Then we're gonna get some of these fennel fronds on the side, just like this, and then you can put it on top for a little garnish. It looks beautiful. It looks like you're sitting at a gourmet restaurant, right? And it's so easy to make. I mean, people get intimidated by mussels because they don't know how to make them. They never made them, but once you make this recipe, you're gonna make them all the time for your friends. Follow the link on the screen right now. Go to the website, get this recipe, perfect for the holidays. And what I highly recommend is enjoying it with a nice ice cold holiday cheer beer from Shiner. Look at the sauce, how beautiful this is in there. A great color. Get some of the little chunks of flavor on there as well. Grab yourself a mussel, put it right on top. Perfect for the holidays, you guys. Cheers. This is how Texas eats. Oh, it is amazing. Thanks to our friends at the Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop for supplying us with everything that we need to get grilling and smoking out here. And if you want to barbecue like a pro, just go check them out. They're in Helotes. You have all their information on the screen right here. You can get all kinds of seasonings, sauces, cast iron pans, everything you need to be a professional in your own backyard. Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here in Farmers Branch in Dallas to go inside of a restaurant that's serving up fried chicken and all kinds of Southern food. Let's go inside Ruth's Southern Table. Joining me now is Tom Foley. He's the culinary out here at the restaurant. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
Of course. Right in front of us, we have some of the hits off the menu. I mean, these are the big ones, though. These are what you want to get. How did all of this get started?
You know, it's really Tiffany's dream, bringing Southern food to what I'll call the next level.
Tiffany Derry is a celebrity chef and restaurateur known for her masterful execution of Southern cuisine. Tiffany is also known for her appearances on the hit shows Top Chef, Cutthroat Kitchen, and recently as a Titan chef on Bobby's Triple Threat. One of the top starter items that you have to try at Ruth's Southern Table is Tiffany's deep-fried shrimp and grits fritters.
Well, you've got a sausage stew tomato sauce that takes hours to make, and then you bring the shrimp and grits right into that fritter. You've got to dig in right away. That's the first course for sure.
We got the shrimp and grits and a really fun, interesting presentation. But cheers to you.
Cheers.
All right, the shrimp and grits. That's a bite. Oh, come on.
What I'm
Give us
saying.
some love, bro.
What I'm saying.
These shrimp and grit fritters are delicious. It is a ball that's super crispy on the outside, cheese covered, the sauce on the bottom. You get that bite on there, super creamy on the inside, just that essence of shrimp. It is a great bite. Those look like just good old biscuits, but there's something different on that plate, right?
I've got a little bit of a preserve that you would add to that before you even put it on the biscuit. That is watermelon rind.
No way.
So the white part of the watermelon, boiled for hours, got a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg in there for the flavor.
So the part of the watermelon we've all thrown away.
That's right.
Is actually utilized in a very fun, interesting way. I'm gonna put some of this, break it open on the inside, nice and flaky, a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of butter on there, and then the rind of a watermelon. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
That's the bite. Here we go. Come on, give me some love on that one. That butter is nuts. I love the flavors that they've built inside of the biscuit. Super buttery, flaky on the outside, super tender on the inside. You have some of that sea salt butter on there as well. You mix that with the watermelon rind, it is a phenomenal flavor combination. All right, there's a few items when you think of Southern cuisine that float to the top of that list. Fried chicken, though. Southern fried chicken. That's got to be the one, right?
That's the star of the show, our duck fat fried chicken. And then you just add a little bit of our homemade Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh, come on.
You've got the perfect fried chicken.
You're gonna a little dabble, do you? How much are we gonna go for?
Listen, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun.
Oh, no. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, that's the duck fat fried chicken, and this is the bite. Oh, come on. Bro.
Got that spice too, right?
Oh my goodness. This has to be some of the best fried chicken I've ever had. If you can hear that crunch through the microphone, you know this crunch is next level. Flavor down to the bone. They're sous videing the chicken, right? So you're gonna make sure that all that flavor is just buried in there. And then you're gonna get that dredge on the outside. Super crunchy, delicious. Add the hot sauce. That's what takes it to the next level. This chicken dish looks really fresh. What's going on here?
Yeah, so the two new dishes are really our spring menu. We've got some morel mushrooms topped on it. It's just a mixture of Moroccan spice, some potatoes, asparagus in there as well. I don't think you can go wrong with that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, spring chicken, that's the bite. Oh my God. That is nuts. And this one right here, you're actually using some of that duck fat, the duck confit in here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we take the duck. Confit, as you know, is cooking it in its own juices. So we do that not only with the duck, we do it with the garlic too. So it's garlic confit coming together with some pappardelle pasta, some of our duck fat fried breadcrumbs on top. Just brings the nice flavor and taste together.
I'm gonna try to get some of this, spin it up on here. Cheers to you.
Cheers. You're showing me up with that.
I know. Oh, come on.
Chef knows what she's doing.
You also have a really great bar program as well. We have 2 cocktails on the table. This is something that is really special to you guys, right?
Absolutely. You know, when you think about cocktails, you craft every drink for the flavors to match. You're having our pear martini and I'm having our sweet dream.
There are 2 new items on the menu. You have the spring chicken and the duck confit pasta. Both of them phenomenal. Very light, refreshing. That spring chicken has that jerk essence on there. And then that duck confit, it has the crunch. It has that tender noodle on there, plus the sauce and the duck. Both exquisite. Get a cocktail, enjoy yourself. This is definitely a restaurant you want to try in Dallas. Thank you so much for having us out here. Roots, you have to come out to the restaurant up here in Dallas. I mean, Chef Tiffany, she's killing the game out here. Thank you again, brother. I mean, everything rocks. What we've had out here is just a sample of what they have on the menu. Book a reservation right now. You will not regret it. I'm gonna finish this cocktail.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Texas Eats will be right back.
Now we're here at the Jordan Ford dealership, and with me, as always, Mark Cross. But who's here with you?
David, thank you. With me are valued Jordan Ford teammates who are also United States military veterans.
Michael Brown, United States Army.
Ernie Flores, world's greatest Navy.
Lupe Robles, U.S. Army.
Franklin Miranda, the only branch that it matters, U.S. Marine Corps. Hoorah!
We really enjoy the fact that we employ veterans here. They're valuable employees, valuable teammates of Jordan Ford, and we're so excited. We just had Veterans Day, and we also encourage any veterans to come talk to us about great employment at Jordan Ford.
And for people to get more information, of course, for job opportunities and vehicles, where do they go?
JordanFord.com or just walk through the door.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here in San Antonio off the St. Mary's Strip to go inside of a restaurant that's serving up breakfast and brunch to the next level. Let's go inside Colin's Attaboy. Joining me now is the chef and owner out here at the restaurant, Chris Colum. Thank you so much for having us out here, man.
Thank you.
Now, Attaboy, it's a new location, it's a new spot. You got brunch items on the menu. So what was the idea behind this project?
Basically, I want to honor old San Antonio. We have a lot of new transplants coming in. I'm trying to showcase what is special and unique and has been special and unique.
But now you got a brunch menu that's just over the top, and I want to start with this item right here in the front, truffle, eggs, and toast. Talk to me about how this is prepared.
Basically, this is just a really nice scrambled egg. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Gruyere with it, shaved truffles. We're gonna double cream it, and then we're also gonna make your bread.
So you're making the bread in-house too?
Everything.
That's awesome. All right, cheers to you. The
Cheers.
truffle, egg, and toast, that's the bite. Give me some love.
That's good.
That is delicious. When I think of a classic breakfast brunch dish, Eggs Benedict. It's got to be on the menu, but you guys are doing it your own way.
We have a homemade smoked brisket, which is actually pastrami, a little homemade aioli, crispy potatoes, nice hollandaise. We make your English muffin, and we're also going to top it with a little bit of caviar.
And then the English muffins, I mean, you're making them, you finish them off on the flat top, you get that little crust going on there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everything is a lot of love, a lot of detail.
A lot of
put into
butter.
it. A lot of butter. I was going to say.
We say we want to feed you butter. Come eat butter here.
All right, and here we go. This is the pop that we want. Look at that.
Okay, here we go.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
To Eggs Benedict.
Benny, baby.
What? That is incredible. The egg toast with the truffle on top and the Eggs Benedict, great options, especially for breakfast and brunch. Nice and tender as well on the egg toast. And then the Eggs Benedict poached to perfection. Just great bites. This is definitely something I want to get when I'm feeling extra hungry. Talk to me about this.
It's a simple burger. There's just meat, cheese, and sauce. And then we spin in our house pickles plus a few other spices just to balance out what's going on with the burger to complement it.
All right, I'm gonna put this the little hat on top, push it down. This is the double Attaboy burger. Woo! Here we go.
Yeah.
If you're feeling extra sophisticated for your brunch, steak and eggs. Now this one though, you're taking to the next level. You've added truffle to this. Now talk to me about the process.
Well, we shaved truffles, and basically this is the same egg using cream, Gruyere, but the steak is really nice. Today we're using Peeler's Bavette, and we've paired it with a really nice sauce, which is using knuckle bones, and over here we call it gloss.
Get your fork and knife, we're going in.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The steak and eggs. Bro.
It's a nice piece of meat.
Wow. Two different options of beef that are on the menu that we saw today, the burger and the steak. Both of them exceptional. I love the sear on the outside of the steak. Some of that truffle over the eggs on there as well. Just takes it to that next level. Burgers over the top. I mean, they're making the bread in-house, the sauce in-house. All of that meat is seared nicely on the patty as well. The Gruyere that's on there, so that little salty, flavorful pop. It is so good. Take a bite of that pickle. Now, you want something sweet for breakfast, for brunch, they got you covered. You're making pancakes in-house, plus you gotta save room because there's dessert, cheesecakes that they're making here, drinks, coffee, you got it all. So you gotta make sure you grab these pancakes, using clarified butter on the inside, everything made from scratch right here in-house, real maple syrup that we're pouring right on top, got some butter right there, and look at that, just nice crust, nice little texture on the outside, that's the bite. Delicious, super fluffy on the inside, crusty on the outside. This is like a classic pancake, and it's so good. And you can tell all the ingredients they're using, they're putting a lot of love into every one of their dishes. This right here is the cheesecake they have available. A little bit of blueberry compote on there as well. Get some of that crusty action right there. All right, that's the bite. Oh my goodness. I mean, when you think of cheesecakes, this is like an iconic cheesecake bite, and you can only get it here. Colum's Attaboy, right here off Kings Court. You gotta come out here, check them out. The brunch menu's insane. Just grab a burger when you're passing by. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna keep eating the steak. And actually here, grab the little coffee with me. I'll grab a little mimosa action. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Here's to you.
My goodness, this is how you
Here's
brunch
to San Antonio.
Here's to San Antonio.
Texas Eats, we'll be right back.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Texas Eats. And to get more information and a map on all the restaurants that you've seen on today's show, just go to our website, ksat.com/Texas Eats. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Texas Eats TV on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to join us every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning right here on KSAT 12, because this is how Texas Eats.